Hey everybody, Chris here. So is there more pain ahead for Dogecoin? We're going to explore that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And although I'm recovering health-wise, thank you for all the good wishes. Doing okay, hanging in there. We'll be back on the live stream on Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, East Coast time. I'll be able to catch up on everything else going on then. But right now, what's not recovering is Dogecoin. We saw a little glimpse of positive movement on Thursday. And then because of the Bitcoin selling, that got quashed and prices went back down. So let's get into it. I'll show you the charts and the news, show you what's going on with Dogecoin and Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is still sort of dominating how the crypto market is moving. And let's get into it. I'll show you what I'm looking at. So as I'm recording this, we got Dogecoin right about 10.5 cents. That seems to be the dip, and that seems to be the new support line right at 10.5 cents. Again, we'll explore that more in detail during the live stream. As I zoom back out, we see that movement we had on Thursday as Dogecoin jumped up all the way to 11.25 up at the peak here we had on Thursday morning, and then that just came tumbling back down because of Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin zoomed up to 59,500, was taking out shorts, liquidating, and then dump back down to wipe out more leveraged longs. Although Bitcoin is staying above this big purple rectangle that I've had. So there is some glimmer of hope there that we are right at support. But there are still a lot of bears out there, and the bears thinking prices are going to be going lower. Overall on crypto bubbles, everything's pretty much in the red. We do have Doge down 5%, but look at Bonk, Floki, Pepe, all even more, even Brett down even more. So Doge holding out okay compared to the other memes, but still not great. Look, Bitcoin, ETH, Doge cooled down after morning spike. That was from yesterday. There was positive inflation data. Is Bitcoin going to be able to break above 60K? That seems to be a target for Bitcoin, and it's having a tough time getting up there. And similarly, Ethereum, 3,200, not going to be able to get above that yet, although there's good news ahead still for Ethereum spot ETF approval. Possibly next week we could see that, which would give a little jolt to the crypto market, which is what we need right now because we are in the summer doldrums. Germany still selling Bitcoin. It nears an end with only 4,925 Bitcoin left to transfer over to exchanges. Only? That's still a lot. There has been a lot of selling. And I guess they had to do it. There was some law, rule, or something that they couldn't hold on to it anymore. So those thinking that why are they selling and what are they doing? I guess this is something you had to do, although selling it all on open exchanges, Bitstamp, Coinbase, Kraken. Maybe there was another way they could have sold it, OTC or something else. I mean, even Justin Sun was like, let me just buy it from you directly. And I guess they couldn't do that, but there's so sell-off fears for that. Mt. Gox still out there. You know, what's happening with the creditors who are getting coins from a long time ago. And then there's this other thing, which was Genesis. And we didn't hear about this, but Genesis has been selling. That's right. Genesis has been actively selling BTC over the last month, has been liquidating assets, contributing to the increased selling pressure on the market. So now this is out there as well. This has been happening. We don't know how much is left yet that they will be selling as well, but you get these combined activities, Mt. Gox, Genesis, with Germany, Bitcoin's price decline 18% over the past month. So that has been what has been pulling the market down. And with that, you end up with fear and greed back to extreme fear. Now, the last time we had extreme fear in Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin was much, much lower in price. So higher lows on a big, big scale, right? Higher lows. But we also have this overall thing. This is an interesting chart, and we can get more into this on the live stream as well. But, back in 2021, there was so much liquidity in the market. 2020 into 2021. And that was all on the backs of the pandemic, right? Because everyone was printing money and trying to keep everybody afloat because we knew that there was a lot of challenges in supply chain logistics issues and, just being able to get through with many people being, laid off from work and a lot of that going on. But there was a lot of money in the markets. And so a lot of that flowed into cryptocurrency. But now all of that savings that people had, it's all gone. It's all gone now, according to this Bloomberg chart. And that means that where is the liquidity going to come from that we think is going to flow back in, particularly to alts, so that we can see all-time highs again, like we saw back in 2021. And this is just, it may not happen. We may not have this huge run in cryptocurrency the rest of 24 into 2025. Because of the retail trading just not having the money. Now, will institutions come in and buy some of that? Yes, possibly, particularly with ETH and ETH ETF. That could start to lead a charge. But the crazy prices that we saw in 2021, we may not be able to reach those same heights. So we'll look out for that. For Doge, though, we're at a pivotal point. Futures open interest slides. There is a lot of negativity in the market. We knew this was going to happen because it is the summertime. We said we got to get through the summer doldrums, and then the fall is when we will see prices begin to go up. And for you guys that have been watching me for a while, I've been saying this since last winter. I was saying, look out for the summer, guys, particularly post-Bitcoin halving. We're going to see a lull, and that was probably going to extend through the summer. And we are seeing that. And so we do have a very negative, bearish pennant here, or channel, downwards channel, and it's not looking great. So Dogecoin price analysis, Doge dropped over the last 24 hours at 10.6. Price drop happens against the backdrop of falling futures. Open interest is dwindling. Doge price action is trending inside a broader falling channel spanning over 100 days now, and that's since Dogecoin was up over 22 cents. It broke below critical support level on June 17th, establishing lower prices. Moving back above this support turned resistance will likely be a hefty task for Doge, trending below the moving averages, and they say, which is non-bullish. So that was interesting. They used that term, non-bullish. So that's bearish, right? Not great. And the Dogecoin price prediction shows Doge may be due for a break even lower as a bear pennant flashes on the daily time frame. So futures, money flow indicators are turning downwards. And, we'll look at all of these key support lines during the live stream. We'll get into more detail on this. But right now, it's this negative sentiment, particularly this article pointing out on the open interest dropping down, that for at least, the next month, people are looking very bearish about this. Again, Dogecoin price has been largely affected by Bitcoin volatility. That's right. Dogecoin has been missing in action regarding developments for the better part of 2024. Nothing special happening with Doge. And I said it's going to be a while before we get that big Dogecoin catalyst. So it's going to flounder around and follow Bitcoin. So the recent Bitcoin sell-off affected Doge, resulting in a 26% crash in the days following the market downturn. So Bitcoin seems stuck below 60K. It could drop back toward 54,000 support. All looking at support levels for Doge means we could be back in the nines again, guys. So we will look for that as we go forward. And some are even predicting a dip back into the 8s as well. But overall, there's still a bullish sentiment. But short term, looking bearish. And we'll look at this chart here in detail. This is Sensei Hav. And he's saying, look, right now the pattern should be a reversal and coming up, as you see in white. But more likely, the yellow is going to play out with a dip back into the 8s. And so that's what he's looking at here, instead of the reversal up out of this sort of a bearish downwards channel. We would see retesting the top of that channel for a bit here in late July and then coming above it in August. I think instead it's going to be somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle here. We're going to be floundering around still in the 10s, may dip down to 995 or something, but still staying around the 10s, kind of going sideways before we eventually break out. And maybe it's later in July or in August where we start to see some action back up, 12, 13 cents. But it's going to take a little while to get us out of this rut. So that's what we got today. Not very bullish. I know you just want to hear about rockets to the moon and all of that. We'll talk about that in the live stream as well. But again, thanks for the well wishes. I am feeling a little better here. So back at it. Wanted to give you an update. What's going on here? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about these bearish thoughts. I know some of you are more bearish than others. Some are just holding on and waiting for good times to come in the coming forward. That's really more the overall hodling kind of thinking. Still following the 4-year cycles. That has not been invalidated yet, but the run coming up may not be as great as what we saw in 2021. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.